Down. Piers, what the fuck?
Let's see here.
It's been 3 years since I killed Wesker.
Yeah, there we go. It's working. Sorry, folks. I had a little bit of a technical.
I can't let this war follow me forever.
Retarded. Actually, OBS is a little bit retarded.
After we rescue Jake, I'm turning in my
Guys,
gun.
I'm a little bit retarded.
Wait a minute.
It's about time someone took my place.
Look, I plan on dying at the end of this story, not you.
I don't think I'm ready for this.
Here's an idea.
Made it this far, haven't you?
Let's do the following. Let's take a piece of software that's been around for years.
All right.
That works fine. And then,
This is it.
Yeah, completely fuck it up.
Yeah.
Why is the game volume so loud? Give me a sec. I gotta figure out what the fuck is going
Who the hell
on.
has the funding to build something like this?
It's
So
got
while
Neo
you do
umbrella
that,
written all over
and I
it.
knock my shit over,
Be careful.
I'll tell
Knowing
people about
them,
what's
there'll be some
what's been in the
surprises.
news
Copy
I'd like
that.
to at least complain about. So Power World, as many of you are probably aware of, was this really big release at the beginning of the year. It still maintains some popularity, but obviously, like, is a pretty big like game early on this year. And
Yeah.
the game, obviously, you know, the name and some of the creature designs and some aspects of the gameplay are definitely inspired by Pokemon, and in some cases some of the designs were definitely, you know, very heavily inspired. Not a one-to-one rip-off, and not what I'd consider to be actionable.
Fuck.
And the game itself, there's a lot of elements that play much differently than a Pokemon game. I mean, in some ways it's a, you know, dungeon crawler, and in some ways it's a crafting kind of game. So, you know, it's not a one-to-one rip-off of Pokemon. Obviously, you know,
Yeah.
there might be some kind of, even admittedly cheap inspiration that kind of, you know, looks, let's just say, a little bit suspect, but nothing really illegal from most people's vantage point. And who knows, maybe there is something that we're not aware of, but Nintendo goes after these guys, this small studio that's put out this massively successful game that many people say did
There
some
we
things
go.
better than an actual Pokemon game, mind you, and now it just seems to be a pretty messy situation. By the way, a company like in the next few weeks is rumored to be launching or announcing their new hardware. You know, what a way!
Yeah.
What a way to excite.
What a way to make everybody your fucking enemy.
Yeah. So I mean, look, you know, I said this prior. Nintendo still, in terms of at least releasing full games and like physical games and not doing that, and relatively minor in terms of like the woke shit. Like, obviously they're the lesser of the three evils among the console companies, but still, this is so disgusting. And anybody that's sticking up for them is a fucking bootlicking dick rider, and they deserve to be thrown into Diddy's prisons.
No. It's Epstein's prison. Diddy only supplied the children.
You think he's gonna enjoy prison? I have a feeling he's gonna be like a fucking, you know, he's gonna be.
He's either gonna shoot himself or some ne'er-do-well, quote unquote, aka an assassin, is going to take him out.
No, I was
But
gonna say he's gonna enjoy
to kind of
sheer
double.
amounts of sodomy, so.
Oh fuck me, Jesus.
You know,
Just
1,000
like I don't even know. I don't even fucking know. But but to kind of another
Captain.
cutscene. But to kind of double up on what you're saying about Power World, like recently, the Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster came out, and like there's just a bunch of weird stuff that got changed for no fucking reason. It's still technically, essentially the same game. Like I watched Wally's stream of it last night. It's still essentially the same makeup and the same like kind of idea.
I got it.
But there's just a bunch of weird stuff like that got like changed up, like the cliff dialogue.
They found us. We gotta go.
Butcher guy is like super different now. The erotic points got taken out. There's a couple of lines that like
Captain,
that
can you
Frank
pinpoint their
normally
location?
said that he just doesn't speak anymore. He doesn't say the "what in the world" line at the beginning when you're looking at the monitors.
Yeah.
Nice ass, by the way, Piers.
Thank
And it's
you.
just like it's in all intents and purposes. Like the question is, you left everything else the same.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did you change anything?
Piers, I
was
need you
it
to
less
scope out an area for me.
But from what I heard, what he was.
Well, like basically the running theory now, which is probably the most likely theory.
Chinese.
The game got outsourced to a Chinese studio,
So it wasn't
which is
like,
unfortunate.
It wasn't like Western Santa Monica woke. It was just like keep it in line with like Chinese mandates, like shit. Which
I
is still
mean,
ridiculous.
yeah, that could be considered the most likely possibility, especially how like they took out lines about Viet Cong and commies.
So they
Roger
kind of
that.
they took some of the soul out of the game, but they didn't like not extensively.
They didn't like completely butcher it. Obviously, none of the actors are union anymore. Weirdly enough, they somehow got. I'm not sure if you watch Bleach, but they somehow got Kenpachi's, like the spiky-haired guy's voice actor. I'm pretty sure he's union, so that's already bullshit. Oh, and another voice they got. A guy who suspiciously sounds a lot like Lee Everett from The Walking Dead, who is really fucking union, I'm pretty sure.
I'll see what I find here. Wait for my command.
Let me ask you, because he was on there a while. How do I take cover in this game? I completely forgot to control.
You aim and then you hit A. It's been a while.
Piers, I got another set of
Fucking
blades in the
fan.
way.
Come on, just give me a minute.
Oh, just get this in a second.
Yeah, I can't help you until you turn that blade off. Can I shoot through the floor, actually? I don't got a shot. He's on the fucking solid
Got
part.
another set of blades in the way.
I'm on it. Just give me a minute.
Oh, wait, I can see one of them.
Yeah, I got a grenade
Aim
launcher.
higher. Got him. Alright, got one.
Yeah, thank you.
Piers, I got another set of blades
So
in the
let me
way.
ask you,
I'm on it. Just give me a minute.
if I had, you know, went to our local mom
It's off. You're good to go.
store, do you think this would be a game worth buying at, let's say, full price, on sale, used, or never? What would your...
If you really want a brand new Dead Island, buy it on sale. It's not nearly as bad as people would have you believe, but there is a bunch of stuff, if you're a big fan of the games, where you're just going to look at it and be like, well, that's a fucking shame. Why'd they change that?
Steam sale, Black Friday, for $20 purchase.
Heavy discount, though, like me personally. But if you want it, that's easy. Get it on sale.
Well, the
But
problem...
in all honesty, you can still get original Dead Rising. You can still get 2. You can still get Off the Record, all in a bundle for $50. Like on the Xbox Play Store at least. I can't get to you.
I know. This...
Piers, I've restored power to the elevator.
I'm fucked, I
Copy.
think.
I'll rendezvous with you up ahead.
Piers, I'm in the elevator.
I'm hitting an elevator button. I'm trying to get to you, Bubba. No.
It's okay. I mean, it's a mild inconvenience. I know what I'm doing now because the controls, you know, as someone who's just playing Astrobot the past few days, the controls are a slight oddity at the moment. Which is why, I'm, see, because I Astrobot, even that game I knew was going to be good based on what I had saw, but I waited till I got
Oh, yeah, that game looks super fun.
oh, it's fantastic.
It actually has a lot of love and reverence for
Copy.
like
I'll rendezvous
Sony
with you up ahead.
properties, unlike fucking Sony as a fucking
Piers, I'm in the
company.
elevator. Headed your
Well,
way.
the hope is
Copy
that
that,
maybe
Captain.
they take the not that they'll do this, but the hope would be that they take the kind of like love and success of that game and like start thinking about maybe restructuring their company to be like the Sony of yore, and not the fucking disgusting woke shit that they've done. But like you're saying with Dead
Shot by an
Rising,
RPG.
that's my problem. Is like you have to really like have someone that you can trust to give you like an assessment on something. Because like, look, I mean, I don't like the woke shit, and there's a lot of people
Yeah.
that will buy.
So it's like some people jerk their knees way too fucking hard.
Yeah,
and it makes
it's like
it
with
makes
Lollipop
like all the people
Chainsaw.
like, yeah, like that's another game. Like Wally's pretty much my go-to to see if anything's wrong with an IP or a re-release. And like he basically said, yeah, people are just being fucking stupid and it's annoying and they're trying to kill this game I love again. But
Well,
with the
like
Dead
Matt
Rising,
Walsh. They're
like
doing the Matt Walsh shit where they deliberately like will take.
well, they're
anything.
doing the Tim Pool, they're doing the Matt Walsh, and they're doing the fucking quartering shit where they're just like, everything's fucked, boycott everything, don't put a single penny even into the things you like, because even the things you like are infiltrated. And it's like, that may be true, but like who's gonna fucking change it, you?
Oh, but
You're not working in the industry. Like, fucking join the industry if you care so much, but you
then-
don't.
yeah,
So
but then
stop
there'll be
telling people to
people-
not buy what they want to buy.
But then they'll show like dollar shave your ass club or whatever the fuck kind of products that are
Yeah.
like. By the way, probably owned by BlackRock, nonetheless.
I got a single blade razor, like from a Viking brand of like razors. I never went back since. Single blade razors are nice. It's actually like a marketing gimmick that all these fucking like shavers coming out have like multiple blades and stuff.
Well, when you're using a non-electric razor, I don't see the point of anything but a single blade.
Yeah.
I mean, I use an electric razor, but also I do have actually I should get a single blade razor just for like making sure my mustache is in order. Otherwise, what's the name? Your mustache is all the regulations.
you mean Sixta, the guy who got busted for being a pedo?
Did you say Dr. Disrespect?
Same name, different person.
Look, I mean, I know he's like in some ways he had some receipts about Twitch, but I still don't trust that motherfucker. I'm sorry. They're like,
I mean, it's really hard to like, because even Mr. Beast, Mr. fucking Beast now is coming out as a piece of trash, garbage pile human being who did everything as like a fucking like tax write-off, didn't actually care. He's not like, well, he's still technically a philanthropist, but like he takes all the things people try to say about Elon Musk and makes them true.
yeah.
And it's like I literally told my buddy Jack, like, what are kids gonna have to look up to if Mr. Beast becomes a fucking piece of shit?
Yeah.
Lo and behold, Mr. Beast is a piece of shit. I'm sick of it. Like I guess the only person from like our generation who really got out of it without like turning out to be some scumfuck is fucking PewDiePie, which is amazing. Like it actually surprises me how decent of a human being that guy is. But actually, you know what? Use this as a Turing test. If a man drops the N-bomb but is clearly not a racist, trust that man.
Well, yeah, I mean, I always thought like the quote-unquote bridge incident, like, you know, you can like make memes about it, like when people come up with gamer word, like that was funny for a moment. But at the same time, it's like these fucking like are interaction, like you like everybody is.
Well, it's like they act like they fucking care. But it's like I actually like sent you a video about like a bunch of YouTubers who, God damn it.
What happened?
A bunch of YouTube. Yeah, the guy blew up and I flew out the door.
Oh.
But like you sent me that one clip of a bunch of VTubers dropping the N-bomb, and people flew into a tizzy about that. And like every single time, like I see an actual reasonable person talk about it, even like black people, that shouldn't be the Turing test, but I guess we have to like play for tokenism. But like even he was like, they don't even know what they're saying. It's adorable. They're so ignorant and so innocent and cute. They're saying this horrible slur. It's a magical moment where no party involved should get in trouble because they just don't know.
Well, it's sort of like the misnomer that people only, people's knowledge of slavery is only the United States slavery from the 1700s.
Oh yeah, they don't talk about the Romans. They love to like talk about Egyptians. They don't like to talk about the slave trade.
Well, it's not like that's a central part of the Old Testament either.
Let my people go. That was just Moses being real weird because he didn't like the rich people taxing the poor so much.
Well, the definite.
Oh, really? That's what you took it away. That's what you took away from it.
The definite measure of someone's intelligence is asking them what was the. It's not even the like. Okay, you
Well,
can't.
not even a measure of intelligence, I would even say. Like, really, it's a measure of if this person is paying attention or is he listening to all of the, like, talking points that, like, because even right-wingers are guilty of this, because they, like, there's so many people who listen to Tim Pool like it's gospel, and the fat bald fuck, like, he lies to your face.
Okay, hold on
But
a
it's
second.
like, it's just a matter of paying attention and, like, realizing everybody has shit history. Everybody was evil at one point in time. We are meant to go beyond that and be better people.
Well, but what I was going to say was one measure.
Oh, not this fuck.
One measure of seeing if someone is, outside of this kind of bubble of like misunderstanding history is say, okay, and I'm not going to be one of these people that does that. I do think that slavery was a factor in the Civil War, and a very large one. I'm not denying that. But ask them, was there other factors that caused themselves to be successful? And if they can't come up with one that isn't slavery, then they have not. I won't say that it's a question of
Well,
intelligence.
it's fucking economics at the end of the day. Like,
and it's not just economics though. It's the fact that, and this is something that Razorfist has been like very strong in saying, and I like that he says this. They look. I mean, it's settled now, but there was a legitimate question in what the South had done as to whether or not states have the right to leave the Union. And now we know, okay, well, when you join the Union, you're part of the Federation that you can't leave, and fine, so be it. But at the same, well, until like something really hits the fan. But you know, but I understand, like, okay, we made, but like, you have to. How do I put this? You have to be willing to at least entertain or play devil's advocate, even if you don't necessarily agree with that. Like, you know,
like you have to accept, like, there are reasons beyond just racism and evil for the actions of people doing the things they do. Like, sure, Hitler was a racist and evil person, but he was trying to drag Germany out of a really bad point in history where they basically got the bag for every terrible thing that happened in World War One.
Well, yeah, I mean, and once again...
Like, I'm not excusing anything that fuck did,
no.
But Germany was not doing well thanks to the rest of the world.
Well, not only that, I mean, yes, there is something especially evil about the way that Hitler perpetrated, for instance, the Holocaust. But at the same time, Joseph Stalin was not this, like, you know, he was the enemy of our enemy, which is why, and by the way, I don't like this revisionist shit of, like, painting Churchill as some kind of, like Ponzi of the Jews. Like, this is just insanity that this is now a theory.
People are taking this fucking G nonsense way too far.
Well, and that's the
like I said, everybody's got shit history. It's not just one group of people who does all the fucking damage. The moment you think that is the moment where you are going to become a fucking fascist, even though you hate those fucking people.
Well, that's the problem too. It's like you're missing the point. It's like, okay, are there wealthy?
Oh no!
Are there wealthy people with a certain background that might be, you know, let's just say not an active invested to the United States? Sure, but when you isolate that to solely one group, even if it's disproportionate, then you become a fascist. Because you could also say the Chinacom are a problem, and they are, China. But once again, they're not the only problem. So, like, this kind of narrative, like, it's faggot. Sorry to, I hope we're not going to be canceled for saying that, but it's what Nick Fuentes does, where he, you know, this group, you know, is guilty. And it's what they both do too. It's targeting white people, saying that you know, it's white people are evil and that they're destroying the world. That's, by the way, that's another message. You get. Oh,
something tells me this
classic
new creation is
basketball.
Piers, can you get through to HQ?
No, not unless we get topside.
But let me just say this. It's like, oh, well what, like, you get something about imperialism, all they talk about is the negative. It's like, you're not getting the full mirror. You're not really getting the full picture of history.
Yeah.
Like, how about the fact that there's places where European and quote-unquote imperialists went and actually brought like sanitation and like basic fucking like medical care. Like,
Yeah.
you know. Oh well.
They didn't do the best. They didn't do the best like job of like treating the people like they were human, maybe. But
Well, they're treating
oh,
it
we
like,
got bees.
Yeah, these things are fucking tough.
We got bees. What's that timer?
Let me say one more.
Oh, the timer's letting more boogers into the fucking room. God damn it.
Fucking bees! The
Do
problem
your best,
is,
Nick Cage.
problem-
They're all over me.
Shit, they keep coming!
the problem is when people,
We're just gonna have to hold
people like find like a group like European imperialists and act like it's a uniquely evil group, when in reality, there's plenty of civilizations that have done just as bad throughout history. Let me ask you something. How much longer does my character have? We have a 55-second timer.
There you go.
Oh, dude. You know, this creature makes me want to play fucking Fatal Frame.
Wait, why does it make you want to play that? Good game, mind you, but I am getting my butt kicked.
I don't know, something about that character design that might respect me. Have you ever played the Fatal Frame series?
I am not, unfortunately. I watched a lot of gameplay back in the day. In fact, one of the people I used to watch it on 4-player podcast, that's what got me into watching them. Like just seeing them play Fatal Frame 1 and 2.
You know what's a tragedy is that one, well actually I think it got re-released on Switch, but one of the fucking,
Right.
Pressure
did I do
normalized.
something bad?
Connection
No.
procedures complete.
We have more
Disengaging the
boogers.
safety lock.
There was a Wii U version of Fatal Frame.
Oh yeah, made
Let's
in
go,
the
Captain.
Blackwater. I've always
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
play that one.
Oh.
Did that not
Yeah.
get did that
I think
not
it
get
did
re-released?
I think I just remembered. I think it did get re-released.
It might not have though. A lot of games got abandoned on the Wii U.
Yeah.
Was there ever a re-release of Star Fox?
No, sadly. That would be a hell of a game to play for the channel.
I was actually thinking of Dead Rising and streaming it, but then I thought like Dead Rising 2 is my favorite game, but I'd love to play that game co-op, even off the record. And I know a lot of people love Off the Record. I know they don't like what they did to Frank. I don't like what they did to Chuck. I mean, they did my boy dirty. He's probably my favorite character of that entire franchise because he's just like he's just like Action Dad. He's just got a pun for every bad situation. He really loves his daughter, and he's just so dry as a character. Oh god, I was just like looking up like the cutscenes for Dead Rising 2 like the other day, and just watching them in my downtime. And, like one of them, one of them is like fucking a duo of musicians. You remember those guys from 2?
Ah, yeah.
Like I love the opening because he walks into the room and they got this big contraption set up and everything, and then like it's just a buzzsaw that saws their victim in half. Like Chuck, without missing a beat, just like looks at him and says, "That's not magic. She's dead." It's like, wow, when were you gonna come to the fucking show? I just got bulldozed.
Oh boy, do you
I was
need a
trying
hand?
to shoot the. I was trying to shoot the. I'm already dead.
No,
This fucker's gonna smash me or this. Yeah, I got shot. Shit.
Yeah, Dead Rising 2.
And don't get me wrong. I love Off the Record. I love that
Yeah.
they brought Frank back and just gave him his own game, like after Case West.
Yeah.
But goddamn, did you really need to just make like Chuck one of the bad guys?
Engaging airlock. Connection to research block initiated.
The problem is too.
Then again, the
Please
what if
wait
is
until the
interesting.
connection is
But
complete.
yeah, you continue.
Well, the problem is too. Sometimes they They underestimate the appeal of characters, and they write them into like a. Well, I think that might be the other than the fact that show kind of took a bad turn at some point. But I think that might be the problem with the Boys TV show, you know, the superhero show. In addition to like the woke shit they forced in, they failed to understand what made that show popular in the early seasons.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
The
Game
love,
of
the
Thrones did
care.
right at the end, which is kind of funny. They went 8 seasons, and then like the last few episodes, I completely forgot why people enjoyed watching that series.
There's definitely politics.
Yeah, I mean, that's just
Not the intrigue, not the mystery, not seeing who's gonna make it to the end and caring about all these characters. No, it's just the assholes that are left, and all the good people that are left to just become assholes.
Yeah, I mean, they really did.
Something tells
I don't
me
know
this
who they
new
did
creation
Did
is
Jon
absorbing.
Snow here?
Piers, can you get through to HQ? No, try to let me get topside.
That fucking guy's good. Ah!
All right,
You were in the way of my sniper.
You said that like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Seems you've activated my trap card. Bullet to the face.
Hey, the Secret Service agent activated his card quickly. God bless him, because he, I don't know if you heard about like another attempt on Trump, but the Secret Service guy didn't even get approval. He didn't
Can't
even
wait
get
to hear people. Can't
He
wait
just
to hear
started
people
shooting.
tell.
the secret. Well, let me get a word in. The Secret Service guy, like last time at Butler, they had to wait for approval to counter fire. This time, as soon as the Secret Service agent saw the AK-47, he started firing at the guy.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay, I thought he was just opening
Yeah.
on the crowd. I was like,
I was
wow,
about
they're going real mad.
Yeah, no. Thank God though.
No,
because-
that I understand.
Yeah. Well, but thank God though, because you know, it seems like Trump can't even go fucking golfing without fucking something going wrong.
He can't go golfing. Somebody's bringing bombs to his rallies now. It's fucking insane. And they'll fucking tell you every single time, oh, they were Republican neo-Nazis. No, motherfucker. When an entire group of people is convinced into dehumanizing people based on politics, that entire group of fucking people looks at these people who are, like, even a little right of center and say, you're an evil fucking shut, and you deserve to die. Why are you fucking surprised that people are going out and shooting these people? You fucking cocksucker.
Oh, but
Shut up.
And then the day after, they'll say, "Oh, we don't condone violence." It's like, well, motherfucker, you basically.
You caused it.
What the fuck? How did I get killed there? What a
It's
fucking
the bees.
bullshit
We gotta kill the
section.
bees.
These whoopies on the bees.
I got a huge ass wine bottle next to me, and I got pot if I need it.
Engaging airlock.
I'm not gonna get drunk on stream, but I'm gonna get pretty damn close if this section goes on a little too long. I'm dreading the one after this.
Oh, no, God Almighty. Is that what's the one after this?
Hello, stranger.
The ending is the one I have the worst memories of, but that's because the AI's fucking worked and Piers can't shoot where the good goddamn, even though he's supposed to be the linchpin to the scene. But running away from the monster, if you remember that fucking part.
I'm assuming you're
This game doesn't do running away. Unless it's from explosions that should theoretically just incinerate our protection.
One missile and this
Yeah, I don't-
world will be transformed.
Like, this game is fun, but I don't understand what they were thinking with, like, certain, like, the cover kind of wonky.
The cover's wonky, like, and, like, I don't really like this game here. I like some aspects of it, but, Dead Space 3 actually had a pretty decent cover system where you just stuck to it. Like, you got behind a box, and you were in cover. It didn't work all the time, because there's a lot of the geometry of the, like, boxes in the level weren't exactly uniform shapes, but whenever you had to fight people with guns, they at least had boxes in the room that you'd stick on. Now, that being said, I hated fighting fucking gun enemies in that game. because it was just tedious. It wasn't fun.
Yeah, they definitely missed the mark on that part.
Well, plus, like, I think, I always quote him all the time. It's like, I don't want to seem like a dick rider, but he's probably one of my favorite YouTubers right now. But Wally brought up, like, in his, not his Dead Island, one. Oh god, I'm trying to think. It was one of his video game ones where he was talking about it. And they, like, they Hollywooded up the dialogue, obviously, like, between games. Which it kind of made sense. But between games, Ellie and Isaac broke up. And then, like, there's that scene where you reunite with her after nearly fucking dying. And, like, she's dating a man at this point. She just snuggles up to you and it's like, I'm glad you made it. And, like, the fucking cuck in the background, the douchebag sergeant, captain, whatever the fuck he was. Captain, like, no name because he was barely even a character. He was just there to betray you. He's like, I'm glad to see you made it, Isaac. I guess we should give you two some time alone. Then Ellie turns around and it's like, what is that supposed to mean? He's like, it seems like for a guy you left in the past, you're pretty happy to see him. It's like, don't do this. Not this shit. This is annoying locker room bullshit. This should be in a teen drama, not fucking Dead Space. To be fair, Ellie should not be snuggling up on a man that she left behind in the past when she's dating a man. And, like, then she has the audacity, like, after that, after you blow fucking No-Name's fucking head off, like, to be like, he was the only one who would help me, and now he's dead, and it's like,
Pressure normalized.
bitch, fucking seriously? He tried to create the perfect fucking environment for the apocalypse. He literally tried to sell my brain out to the highest bidder just so they could kill me.
Well, mind you, this is EA. Their experience with relationships was probably messy at best.
Rape. Tons of rape.
Not as much as Blizzard. Oh,
Surprisingly. Still pretty
Surprisingly.
bad.
Hey.
But surprisingly.
hey, imagine your name is Jason Schreier. Let me just give you a proposition. Imagine your name is Jason Schreier, and that you're supposedly a commensurate, not that he is, but let's say that's what he is in the industry. He's considered like a well-respected journalist, quote unquote. And you're aware of the,
somehow.
yeah, well, let me just say, let's say you're aware of the Activision Blizzard like molestation rape shit going on for years. And instead of like reporting it to the police, you waited until you could write a book about it.
Yeah, he like sat on that information. It's like what I forget his exact excuse. It was something like, well, I still wanted to be an industry insider. That's why I didn't want to ruin any relationships. And it's like you had information about a literal fuck dungeon at Blizzard. The fuck is your problem? Are you human? Like, what the hell?
By the way, the thing that they kept acting like right wingers in the industry were guilty of, it was all these like purple left cards that worked at Blizzard.
Yeah, it's all the right wingers that are
You know, the right wingers that are happily married in normal relationships.
Well, it's like it's all the right wingers. They're guilty of the sexism and misogyny and the locker room talk, and it's like, yeah.
Boy.
I guess they're guilty of that, but at least it's not literal sexual assault and covering it up.
Women of our channels that may view us, which thank you.
It's like you guys saved
What
the
would you
day
rather
again,
deal
huh?
with? Locker room talk or creepy fucking degenerate perverts who actually fall through on locker room talk?
I can see your father
Because
in
I
you.
think, by the way, you know, like locker room talk is like, hey, look at how her tits look nice. Their talk
Wait,
is
hold
like,
on a
let's drug a woman, you know,
really?
allegedly, and fondle her.
Yeah.
Let's do a ditty party.
did.
That's their
And let's make fun of her until she blows her
I'm the one
fucking
that killed
brains
him.
well,
out.
yeah, you know, that's very
Oh, no.
progressive, but
I'm the one who killed your dad. Pussy. Pussy. No balls. You won't do it.
is that the president's daughter?
It was you?
Yeah, it was me.
That's right.
You wanna know what I did to the corpse afterwards?
That puppy.
Nothing. I couldn't get to it. It was at the bottom of the
Just between me
volcano.
and
This dude looks like a Chris Angel knockoff.
Go ahead. Shoot.
It's weird. I hate
You have every
myself for
right
this
to.
because I know I should hate Jake, but I don't mind it
Just
because
promise me you'll
I have a
survive.
soft spot for like the
The
fucking.
world depends on it.
Who the hell
I'm
are
like a
you to
teenage
tell
girl.
me what to
I have a
do?
soft spot
Put
for
your
a
gun
fucking
down,
bad
now!
boy, like actually deciding to nut up and like become a proper man for a pretty girl.
We just
Like just
follow
become a
orders.
decent person.
Or was it personal?
Yeah.
And like as far as I know, like he's a gun for hire. He never did any fucking
Jake
heinous
needs to
shit
stop.
like
Put a
Wesker
bullet in
did.
your
Put your gun down.
Drop your
Don't
weapon.
do this.
He had nothing to do with the development of Dead Space 3.
What'd you do if like the camera zoomed out and there was just a hole in fucking Chris's eye and they spat the bullet back out?
There were more important things at stake than you.
Fucking
Hey!
Terminator style.
Did you see what you would call it? Dead Island 2 is getting like a story DLC, and apparently they're gonna just release it.
We gotta go.
Which I appreciate. They're gonna
Jake,
basically
I know.
release all the DLC on a disc, and it's the entire game, no downloads.
Wait, we're getting DLC discs again? Oh my god, we're going full circle. Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. Which I mean,
Guys,
you know,
I
at
think
the
this is some
time,
sort of lift.
people were annoyed by that, but it's like nowadays, it's like, well, thank you for at least including an entire game on a disc now. That's how bad we've fallen. Like the thing that was considered to be like a kind of like passe money grab is like, wow, thanks guys for actually allowing us to have this game like on a permanent piece of media.
House simulation. That's almost like chaos without the sea. Fucking hate this thing.
What the hell is this?
The end of the world.
Unless we stop it.
So, if that giant cocoon hatches,
We're in trouble.
Yeah, just a bit. We gotta get out of here and warn HQ. This way.
Yeah. I guess you're going with Jake. Oh man, I like Sherry. She's my boo. When we get to the Jake
way.
campaign, who do you want to play as? You want to play as the bombshell, or you want to play as the young
Do I
lady
need to press
there?
anything here, or am I just waiting for? Oh, you're waiting for.
Oh, I had. Oh, Jake literally ran across the stage to come to Chris and be like, "We're not done talking yet.
What were
You
the
killed my
options?
fucking dad."
What were the options?
I just hope you're ready to hear it.
Do you want to play as Jake or Sherry? I was making a joke about Jake being the bombshell and Sherry being the girl.
It'll be me.
I'll play
Got it?
as
Loud and
Sherry.
clear.
What do you want?
I was gonna ask you first because I don't mind playing as either.
Make it hard to rely on.
I like being Kung Fu Ninja Man, but I also don't mind playing as my wife.
no one's perfect, but I trust you.
I'll be the
And all we can do right now
I'll
is
be
focus
the
on getting out of here.
well, actually, I mean, we're trying to figure this out. It's Jake's campaign, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was weird.
I'll play secondary.
Secondary Sherry. Primary Sherry and secondary Sherry. No Jake.
I will say, like,
Girls only.
Jake is transitioning into a woman.
Oh god, he comes walking up in the same outfit. Okay, one of us is gonna need to change.
I died, by the way.
You got stun batoned in the butt, I see.
You know, I know this is kind of a common occurrence in the Resident Evil series, but they really do not
I
give
think
us
this is
enough
some
ammo.
sort of lift. There's one over there too.
Yeah,
Let's get out of here.
that's why I switch between guns so much. If you ever see my gameplay, like I switch from like assault rifle to
You just
pistol.
look like a manic maniac. Ah.
I'm tossing through. I'm accidentally using a first aid spray, spraying myself in the eyes, giving myself an advantage.
Which, but the ammo kind of constrictions are usually not a problem in other Resident Evil games.
The end of
You
the
know,
world.
if you're managed shit.
Unless we stop it.
This game is so fast and frantic that's
So,
almost
if that
kind
giant
of
cocoon hatches,
hard
We're
to.
in trouble.
Yeah.
Like it's very weird,
Yeah,
like
just a
how
bit.
this game.
We gotta get out of here and warn HQ.
I guess I'm
this
going with
way.
you. Well, I gotta keep you alive. No offense.
Hurry!
Well-
Over here!
I want to have a heart-to-heart with Jake, but I gotta tell you so much how much I love you being alive and how you're
Yeah.
my friend who's alive, and we're gonna make it out of this together.
What's
Alive.
Nothing bad is going to
Right.
happen to my
Kept this
character.
world safe. He was still his father.
He's got plans. He's got a
Kid had the
vacation
right to know.
book. You know.
I don't like how Piers is just fluffing up like Chris, like, you did the right thing, killing a man's father, that means nothing. And it's like,
Get out of here. All that's gonna
well,
change.
yeah, but like, the guy grew up a fucking orphan because of it.
What would Piers say about Resident Evil 8?
Barely an election, all right?
And then
There's
I,
only trying to-
I actually don't fucking know because like it almost seems like Resident Evil 8 Chris went straight from being like Resident Evil 5 Chris to Resident Evil 8 Chris. Like they like because at the end of this game, that's basically the character arc. It just goes back to not being a fuck up after having more people die on him.
Do you think Resident Evil?
I don't know. Like what's worse? Chris Redfield having the worst track record of partners just fucking biffing it on him, or Otacon for having every woman who has ever loved him and he has ever loved fucking die on him or kill themselves.
Well, you know, it's not like
Do you really think Naomi really had to die at the end of 4? Like, just Jesus, it's like, look, Otacon, it has to be this way. Because I love you as a man, I need to kill myself.
you know.
I think
Otacon,
canonically, oh yeah.
Otacon is
saying?
legitimately without fault an incel.
No, because Otacon has gotten laid on like 2 different occasions. Because it's implied in 2 if you get like the little Venus.
Oh, he did get laid in 4 too, right? You know?
Yeah, Naomi fucked him in the Chinook, I think it was. But like, if you, I believe you have to like save your game over and over again on the tanker level and like exhaust all of like Otacon going through Mei Ling's proverbs. You'll get a little Easter egg. Like Mei Ling's in the fucking room with him. She's like pissed off at him because he threw out the little cheat sheet she wrote him. That's why all the fucking sayings are fucked up. Like, it's like, why is Mei Ling there? Wait a sec. Otacon, you dog! Otacon! It's like, Mei Ling is canonically the only woman who has ever, like, fucked and been in love with Otacon who hasn't fucking died in a horrible.
You know, it's a good thing he at least got laid. Because like nowadays, Otacon was really fun.
Look out!
MK Ultra, or like, you know, 'cause, like that kind of nerd essentially went to the wayside. That kinda, like,
I mean, if you really want to mince the words, Otacon could have been like his father.
well,
Get moving.
Oh
We
yeah,
got it from here.
I managed
Let's
to
go.
convince this lesbian to let me impregnate her.
Got a job to finish.
Let me lock her in a fucking like cylinder and shoot her off into the ocean
it's just like my
because
anime.
she won't let me experiment on my own son.
It's just like my fucked up anime.
Oh, we gotta climb up. Don't bite
We
it.
gotta climb.
Ah!
I missed input. It was missed input.
It was a mistake.
It really was, because I
Calm down. Calm down.
Captain, we gotta go up.
Is this the section you don't like, Fred?
Synchronous. Run. Run. Just run. What is this thing even supposed to be? A skeleton jellyfish monster?
Piers,
It's
come on.
it's a bad monster moose.
I got you.
Like something in the
Really
lab.
bad. It doesn't even have double D tits.
It just went something.
Run! You left me behind! What did
I didn't care.
You're supposed to pull me up!
Check the footage.
I have that on fucking video, mother.
Piers, we gotta climb.
rewind the tape. You said
Jamie,
keep
pull up that
running.
clip.
You said don't look back. My character's gonna live, goddammit. You're.
Look, I know what happens at the end of this story. I'm sorry, Chris.
Hurry, he'll take us down with him.
Maybe if I fight this thing alone, I'll be okay.
Captain, over here.
He's pulling me up.
Okay, pull me up.
Ooh. Oh shit, my fucking microphone. Ah, goddamn it.
What happened?
Unload on him.
The lapel mic picked up all this noise, so. Shit. I forgot to put on my lapel mic.
Oh, you sound fine on my end.
No, well, I'm using the Xbox mic on your end. I hope you guys can hear me. Oh god, I'm crawling.
This one angry
Oh
son of a
shit, we
bitch.
should have slid. Oh, this thing's gonna smack us. Run! Run! Holy balls. How long is the section?
I don't know. Those lapel mics are pretty sensitive.
Releasing this thing must have been Ada's plan from the beginning.
Oh, I know.
Jesus, the
Okay,
missiles
perfect.
were only a distraction then.
Don't forget to pull me up.
You say don't pull you up?
Button.
Don't pull you up?
Button. Okay, my lapel mic is now hooked onto my necklace.
How far do you have away from you?
Oh, it's sitting on the laptop. So it probably picked up everything. It just probably sounded a little more quiet than usual. Oh, you're in front. Oh, good. We're trapped in this fucking death camp.
Well, it might be destroy the rest of this fucking elevator that went into the
Oh, God. Gonna pour me a glass of red wine. Yeah, my only friend in the end. That's the only part of that song. Really good song, man. What if they just made a Resident Evil that was just basically Apocalypse Now?
That'd be sick.
It would be sick, wouldn't it? Dead Rising, but Apocalypse Now. Call of Duty, but Apocalypse Now. Well, actually, that's basically Viet Cong or Shell Shock 96. 96? 69? What year was Vietnam?
It depends on, our involvement started during the Kennedy administration. So like, where we started to amp it up, so it'd be like 61.
Okay, so it's Nom 67.
Well,
Shell Shock Nom 67.
yeah, but I mean, majority of our shooting off would be like 5 through 70s.
Yeah. That's a weird series. Like, you know about Shell Shock, right?
Yeah.
It was a Vietnam game, but the sequel became like this weird, like, survival horror zombie game.
Hey, I gotta tell you something. Call of Duty that hasn't had a really good entry in a long time. I played the multiplayer beta. By the way, I'm getting like echo. I don't know if that's my end.
Oh, you're getting echo?
A little bit.
Echo from what? Like my voice?
When I'm speaking, it seems like you might have my voice. It's better now.
That's weird because I don't have any audio playing through my television. Wonder why it's doing that.
Well, it's not that bad. Anyways, I tried the Black Ops, and I have to say it's probably the best multiplayer call experience myself in a long time. They actually made a new system that makes it feel a little bit more fluid. The map design, like the level design that I changed, campaign used to be like well done. You know, like actual, like intentional levels that emulate reality. Which the Modern Warfare 1 remake did a very good job of that. The first Modern Warfare remake from 2018.
Yeah.
They did a good job with that. Like, really good mission.
I heard that game had like really bad issues with camping. Which you actually, to be fair to the game's credit, you can't exactly plan for that or avoid it.
Yeah, no, that is true. But the level design that game is actually shockingly phenomenal. So and I like
Cold War. They tried to like emulate the Black Ops 2 campaign, which was really good, where there was a lot of splitting decisions.
I would say
which
that's
I
the
really
best
enjoyed.
Call of Duty of recent years in terms of the campaign, but hopefully this.
But I heard the multiplayer for that game fucking sucked.
Well, that's been the problem. Like,
it's one of the reasons like I'm so turned off to multiplayer game modes now. Everybody either just plays the meta or just sweats super hard. Nobody's there to have fun. Everybody takes it super seriously.
This game like people were having fun. I usually get frustrated playing Call of Duty, but I didn't have much.
Fucking thing's still alive. Oh god, the door's closing. Right? Can I save you?
Wow.
Why am I thinking of BioShock right now?
Well, by the way, I have an idea. Take 3 BioShock games and decide to shut down your studio. Midlife crisis. and then come back with a woke version of BioShock nearly a decade later. It makes Infinite look like a modern art masterpiece. Not that I hate Infinite. People shit on that game a lot. I don't think it's a bad game.
It's really linear, and unfortunately, if you think about the plot, it becomes real dumb real quick. Because like you like these characters, but by the end, like you're forced to like be told like, oh, these characters are horrible and they deserve to die no matter what. And it's like, no.
I'll be damned if I'm gonna die.
Yeah. It's that almost like the typical like let's introduce otherwise
it's like another confusing thing is like the game makes it like, oh, in this timeline Booker becomes like the head of the resistance, and it's like, why would Booker become the head of the resistance? He's only there for a job. Like it's like a lot of stuff that you think of doesn't make sense, like all the ways that Booker could become Comstock, and drowning one version of Booker doesn't really solve any issues.
Son of a bitch!
It's just multiple timelines instantly make the game kind of pointless.
We're out of time. Gotta go.
Well, it almost seems like they had two games. It seems like there's feels like a game made by two, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's the BioShock, and there's something kind of Jesus. And at time, kind of reality, not age, you know what I mean? At the time, having animal teams might have been oh, okay, this game's trying something different. But nowadays, it's so minor. Now the game looks like
Also up, Chris. Also up, Chris. I don't know if I actually. Yeah, baby, boulder shoulders still got it. Look how impeccably strong Chris is, no matter what. Jack had a really good theory about Chris. People make fun of how ludicrously big he is in 5, But really, if you're going up against
How did I
a
get
literal...
stuck?
No!
Listen, you play back the fucking footage on my end, because I fucking slid. I fucking slid.
But like Jack was telling me how like it's actually kind of like not like silly to see Chris so huge because he's fighting a literal superhuman. Like of course he'd get jacked. But like when me and my buddy Blaze back in the day played through 5, like we were just giggling at the scene. You remember the scene where he's like running after the plane taking off with Sheva? He's this huge and massive man, like chasing after this aeroplane that's lifting off the ground. It's like he should not be able to run that fast. he is physically incapable of running that fast. He has too much mass on him. He's like over 200 pounds. He's probably 300 with the size of the fucking biceps.
Oh no! It's like Resident. It's like Fast and Furious logic, where they go through street races to fucking essentially go through fucking.
Oh no! You're gonna be a paraplegic when we get out of this.
I'll
Like
be fine.
super paraplegic.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
You're unsavable. Don't you dare cut it off, Chris. I was actually super sad when I first saw this scene. No joke. I give in cheesy Hollywood moments.
Chris, I'm gonna save you. I know you're gonna be a good man in the future. You're not gonna do anything sick and twisted. You're gonna redeem yourself.
Just don't shoot anyone's wife. Check yourself, damn it. To be fair, I got spoiled on that. That's not really Ethan's wife, right? Oh, hey, you got your masturbating arm back. It's all gooey. Let me tell you, this fucking fight is a nightmare with two people. It's probably gonna be really easy.
You say that, you don't know my level of retardation.
Just shoot.
Oh God, Piers, what did you do?
He's dead. He's dead already?
Pressure abnormality detected. Sealing all. Depressurization initialized.
Oh, yeah.
Try to stay in control.
Fuck this goo baby up, Piers. Rick? Wait.
Yeah? Oh,
No, not you.
hold on. Oh, sorry. This fucking audio is just... My game audio is just really loud.
If you go into your audio settings, there's an option at the first one, I think it is.
Yeah.
And you can like silence it by 80%. That's what I had to do.
Fucking whatever God said, right? I gotta go in there and band-aid the settings. They fucking...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's a big fire
Here's this thing that's gonna ruin all of your settings. Fuck this, have fun.
Can you imagine if I was a serious streamer? Like, you know, not that I don't value...
Oh, I imagine they have people, like all the big ones, but I feel bad for the small timers who like, yeah, if my audio sounds a little weird, it's because I got Sorry guys. I had my audio perfect. Things change. Are we doing damage to this thing?
Oh, I'm attacking.
almost out of my round. You know what? You've been distracting it, and I've been shooting it in the back. Let's try to switch roles. I'll distract it. I'll try to get attention. You shoot it in the butt. There we go. Okay, it felt that. Alright. Ow! You shot me!
I gave you the Mike Pence attack.
I am no longer homosexual. I never was to begin with, but
No, that's just the power of the shock ray. It makes you forget.
You ever see those fucked up videos where the guy is like, I guess he's, I don't know what the shit is. I don't know if it's like, I don't know what it is, but it's like these two black guys on this podcast together, and like one guy snaps his finger, and it's like, when I snap your finger, you will forget that you were ever gay. He snaps his fingers, and he's like, I was never gay. Exactly. No, wait, no.
By the way, that's what happened after someone woke up at Diddy's house.
Not gay. Oh, he's hurt.
What the fuck?
Yeah, there's no. But super. That's actually really retarded. Maybe super weapons don't work on this guy. What the fuck is that? Oh, he's doing a thing again. Okay, I guess he's dead. For the door. North. Moving north.
Keep coming back.
No.
We have to kill him when he's in his cocoon.
Tiny. Ow! Sorry! That weapon has spread, soldier. Don't spread it in my ass too much. Ew!
Move out of the way!
I'm right. You missed.
I can't control my...
Ow! What? I was behind you. I was really behind you.
Hope you got out.
I got Tic Tac. I don't know how many times I tapped it, like 5. Fuck you! Thank you, computer. Ah, you bitch! Ow! Ah! Sorry! I'm trying to save you!
Would you rather be shocked or anally raped by this monster?
I don't know. I haven't had that experience yet. Half of them just blew up. Nice. Hey,
When is this thing gonna die?
as soon as we shoot the last piece of him, I guess. That's the main reason this sucks on single player, because Piers will not. If you miss that like tentacle thing that comes off the back of him, it reforms and you gotta fight him again like that stuff. So don't miss that thing when it comes apart.
Yeah.
One. Fucking big ass out of the way, you fucking shelf of fruitcake.
My Piers is gonna be fine, right, Fred? I'm just like,
Get him! Get it! Fuck!
We have to kill him when he's in his cocoon.
yeah, I know. We gotta kill him. Am I shooting the wormy thing or the actual cocksucker itself when it's in that?
I just fucking. Winning again. I think they were. Ah, that was my fault. That was mine. Shit. You like that? Ow! Get it! Ow! Alright, get it. Alright, he's almost dead. I'm gonna look around for ammo. Pistols. Holy fuck.
Depressurization process is almost complete.
Oh god. Ow! What in the fuck? Don't worry about me, shoot the cocoon. Get bent, bitch. Ow! Fuck. Don't have any ammo to help you. Holy quick time event! I always have this look. Oh, we are thoroughly fucked up.
Piers, come on, just stay with me. You're gonna be okay. I'm sorry, Captain.
Look, you got like
I did
three
it
new eyes.
for the BSAA.
It's pretty cool.
For the future. I know. You did a real good thing. As long as you... I don't want to hear it! We're both getting out of here. Right? Let's go.
Alright, one health bar. Let's do this.
Unsealing doors now.
gonna get you through this, Piers. You hear me?
Alright, I might be
Facilities
aware of
infrastructure
that.
compromised. Unable to withstand water pressure.
We'll be perfectly fine. All you
All
gotta do is
personnel,
shoot
please
through all the
evacuate
gears.
immediately.
I don't have any bullets.
Stand back, Captain! I can do it!
Oh God, I don't have any bullets.
Facilities infrastructure compromised. Unable to withstand water pressure. All personnel, please evacuate immediately.
I got pistol. Yeah. Actually, fucking ripped them.
Warning. Facilities infrastructure compromised. Unable to withstand water pressure. All personnel, please evacuate immediately.
We got this.
Warning.
Oh yeah. Peachy.
Stand watch.
No problems whatsoever. Don't you dare do this. Go after like you're dying. Please get up.
Well.
You're not dying. It's okay. You're just a monster mash.
Just
Pledge your
go.
allegiance to the
No.
graveyard smash.
You're gonna be okay. We're almost there. Escape pods. See that? We'll be out of here in no time.
Assuming these escape pods are pressurized, how do they depressurize them when they get topside?
Oh, they go pretty
Because
low
obviously
at the bottom.
they would have to be pressurized, otherwise
Well, let's
Ocean
Ocean
Gate.
Gate submarine.
Got it.
you just explode. You got
Here we go, Piers. We're getting out of here.
Hey, we're back to the top. We're fine. Top.
Open the door, just fuck. Who didn't depressurize them? They're my lace panties, Captain. No! No!
Open the door!
I can't quit you.
I need to be heterosexual in my eyes, Captain. I need to die.
What are you doing? No, Piers, don't! You can still make it out!
This is actually kind of sad.
You're very, very optimistic all of a sudden. Chris, look at him.
Piers, open the goddamn door! That's an order! No.
Monkey box, no joke, Fred. Good. Oh, terrible.
Captain, I didn't get this from the stage. I got it from you.
I guess I'm patient zero after all. I guess that trip to Bangkok. He just goes to Bangkok and
What the fuck?
oh,
This game just does not chill out. That's why it's so tiring to play. It's constant.
Well, I
It's
was
just like
gonna say-
go.
assuming we're done with this level in the next few minutes, I don't want to shoot this shit and play something multiplayer quick just so we can hit the 2-hour mark without like suffering. Or if you just want to call it wraps after this. Because I can't.
Up to you.
Well, I don't mind. I mean, if you want to play like, I mean, anything like multiplayer that's quick, like a Halo Firefight or something. But I just don't want to start another level now because you know I do have to get to bed by 9:30, and I have to get off here by 9:30, so I'm in bed by 10. And I know if we start another level, see the levels in this game are either like 30 minutes or they're like 2 hours. You know what I mean? There's no like fucking.
I mean, did you want to do mercenaries? You
Is
can
that-
think.
Is that part of this game, Mercenaries?
Yeah.
And it
This
still
game has
works?
mercenaries.
Still live?
I would surely hope so. The multiplayer still works.
Yeah. How long will that take us around? Like 20 minutes?
Not very long.
Okay, yeah, we'll do a round.
We could play a couple of games of mercenaries.
Yeah.
That way we get our Resident Evil fix without going overboard.
Credits. So we've done two character campaigns so far, and we have 2 more.
For some reason I wanted to say Jerry. Jerry Seinfeld.
What's the
What?
deal with zombies?
What's the deal with these infected bees? Oh wait, that's Dead Rising.
Yeah, and the other 2 campaigns are shorter, I presume.
I think out of all of them, Ada's the shortest. Jake's is the second shortest. Because how many parts did it take us to get through Leon's campaign? Or was it 3?
3 and 3.
It felt a lot longer. Maybe it's just an old wives' tale that Leon's campaigns are longer. Ustanonk. We still haven't properly fought him. Oh wait, that's not Ustanonk. That's a random bug guy.
Random bug guy.
Random bug guy in middle of Shanghai. Gonna fuck up all these guys. Yeah. So many Japanese names. Definitely white people worked on this.
Can you imagine there's just like some really like
Sexism.
Can you imagine there's like some like some very white name somewhere just randomly as like a lead designer like Bob Johnson?
It's been that way.
Oh, look, Michael
like,
Mack-
probably gonna see an animation. We're gonna see like Denver Thomas.
Oh, it's like the one dude that started working with Kojima after Metal Gear Solid 3. He's like a real. I remember watching like the Metal Gear Solid 4 development thing, and it's like because they're trying to show like someone that was like from the U.S. like working through Kojima, and then it's kind of
Paul
cool.
M. Alvarez del Castillo, Michael G. Cooney, Fred Kenmer. Yeah, there's a couple of white guys. In
We
here.
need like the LJN character, Fred Fox. Remember?
Fred Fox.
Remember that from the AVGN games? He was always in like the LJN.
Fred Fox.
Troy Baker.
And there is one downside to Capcom not using like any union actors. It's losing Ruben Langdon. Also, it's losing most of the Resident Evil cast.
Ava Wong.
I understand why they're doing it, but it still fucking sucks. Because the union, like every other union, turns into a fucking cesspool. Like there are good people trapped within the union,
Yeah.
like Roger Craig Smith, Ruben Langdon, stuff like that. Roger Craig Smith is the voice. Ruben Langdon is the body. Ruben Langdon is also in Devil May Cry. What character does he play? It's not Nero.
Who's this?
Ruben Langdon. I think he's Virgil.
Isn't he in Devil May Cry 3?
Devil May Cry. Like, if it's Virgil, it's 2, 3, technically. 4, 5. No, not 4. Not 2 either. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm remembering stuff wrong. Big fan.
No, it's
Because Johnny Young Bosch is Nero. God. Did you know that both like Ruben Langdon,
he's
or
pretty
maybe
based, isn't he? Isn't he like because
Ruben? Oh wait, Ruben Langdon is Dante.
He was,
Oh my
like,
god, I'm a
motion
fucking
capture.
idiot.
He was pretty based though, because I'm looking at his Wikipedia and they're shitting on him for criticizing the COVID vaccine. Sorry.
Yeah,
assholes.
sorry,
Pretty based.
Ruben Langdon is Dante. Ruben Langdon's fucking amazing. I'm pretty sure like Ruben Langdon, the guy who plays Virgil, and Johnny Young Bosch all have their own like stunt like studios that they do. They teach like stunt guys to do their stunt work. Because like Johnny Young Bosch is like a Power Ranger, and like Ruben Langdon and the guy who plays Virgil are fucking nutcases. But I love him so much. Because Ruben Langdon, like he loves weird stuff like fucking aliens and shit. He's way into conspiracy theories. But I love I do believe all three of those guys, or maybe just two of them. Maybe it was the guy who played Virgil and the guy who plays Nero. I think they did like an action movie together. Like they made like their own little cheesy action flick. But God bless these guys wanting to put in like tons of work and also give their faces and voices over to characters.
Yeah.
I still can't remember what Virgil's voice actor's name is, because he got fucked over hard, because they basically character assassinated his character in No More Heroes 3 and fucked him over, because I don't even think he was voicing the character at the time but like they screwed him over for some bullshit. It's really annoying. Oh man.
Isn't it amazing?
It actually depresses me that from now on I'm probably going to be watching like primarily subbed anime. Because it just turns out that most of the people I looked up to as anime voice actors are horrible people.
Yeah.
It broke my heart when Sean Schemmel and was it Chris Sabat? Chris Sabat, the guy who voices Vegeta. It broke my heart when those guys threw fucking Vic under the bus with Monica Rial.
Yeah, I don't understand why they decided. I mean, I know that it's just
money.
Yeah, well...
They wanted to get, like, one of the most prolific anime voice actors besides themselves out of the industry so they could get more roles. Because they want it to be just 3 people who does every role for everybody. Don't let these fucking people, like, what is it, Pro ZD and fucking Yong Yeah. Like, don't let these fucking people try to convince you, like, oh, only a certain race of person should be able to play a certain character.
You know,
because as soon as that started to happen, Pro ZD threw a fucking fit because he was only getting Asian roles, and it's like, you did to yourself, motherfucker. Sleep in the bed you made.
The sad thing about Pro ZD is I remember, like, watching his, like, you know, he's just this guy that did, like, funny clips.
He was legit funny.
Yeah, and then he became a woke cunt.
Well, it's like he got in bed with...
And then he complains about white people, and he's married to a fucking white chick.
It's just these people have no soul, no spine, no spirit. There's nothing to them. I say that more times than I can even count. I always remember where I got that line from, too. Like, I remember watching, like, Clock Tower, and so I'm the bad guy says after chucking a guy over a balcony, he just starts shouting out, you have no spine, no spirit, no soul. After he like legit murders this guy, it's like, if you weren't a bad guy, that would be a pretty baller line. I'm gonna take that. That's a weird fucking game, Clock Tower 3. I love the Nitro Rad video on it. That's a man who knows how to keep his like politics separate from his video games. Like, honest to God, that man is he's a charming person. Like I don't even know what to say. He's just genuinely charming, and he just talks about old bullshit games that I just happen to play. I remember playing like you remember what's the fucking game FromSoft made besides Armored Core and besides Armored Core? What'd you say?
Is it the ninja game you're thinking of?
No, not Tenshu. Is it Hollow Knight?
Hollow Knight's that really good roguelike game.
No,
it's some
Echo Knight. No, yeah, I think it's Echo Knight. Let me look it up. Echo Knight. Yeah, it is. It's Echo Night. Echo Night is this weird
Oh, that's
bunch
on
of games.
PlayStation. Yeah.
It was on original PlayStation, and then they made one for PlayStation 2. Like, I want to say the first games you're going through like a mansion or
Yep.
like a riverboat, and you're just talking to ghosts and like trying to like get them to pass on to the next life. Oh, final cutscene. Um,
Steak.
nice steak.
Not bad
That's
for
rare, just like I hate.
not bad for a 7th gen food model. That's actually
Yeah.
pretty detailed for. There's some games
I
that
just
do
want.
food
I
really
want to
well.
try it. I want to try a steak well done with ketchup just once to see how Trump eats.
Or Razor Fist. They both. Hey, you know what? I
Wait,
have.
wait. He has his steaks well done.
Oh, dude, he's famous for that on
Captain.
X. Him and like this doppelganger, Sticks, whatever
We've
his name
received
is,
new
the
orders.
other guy that kind of looks like Razor Fist. They, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
but I want a steak that's like
Alright.
proper well done, not like blasted to fuck.
Yeah, I mean it's fine.
Better
I
get
mean
to it then.
the problem is,
Yes, sir.
I'm not one of these guys that likes something excessively like rare or raw, but I like a nice medium. You know, a little bit of pink, a little bit of
Yeah.
doneness. You know, just a nice. Kind of...
On the other side, I want to try blue steak someday.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's it. Unless it's like a cut like Wagyu, I gotta tell you, I've had steaks almost that rare, and it's not, it's worth trying, I guess, as long as you have a good cut of meat.
Yeah.
I wouldn't count it out, but it's sort of got the opposite. Well, obviously, it's got the opposite problem that well done has, where well
Yeah.
done feels like you've cooked it to hell, but at least it's. I'd rather have a well done steak though than a blue steak in general.
Yeah, that's fair.
But blue steak can be good. It's the problem is people will get like a thick ass steak and get it blue. Like you want to get something that's relatively like a thinner cut of like a porterhouse or something. Where it's seared and it's sort of what you'd say raw in the middle, but it's not like to the point where it feels like you're just fucking eating a pile of raw meat. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm saying.
Yeah,
It right. Yeah.
but then again, sushi's a big proponent of like raw delicacy, and everybody
Yeah.
loves that.
Yeah.
Well, most people love that. Some people don't like it. I understand with sushi because
very
it is
well
really
prepared,
hard to
though.
get. Yeah.
Unless you're going to gas
How do we
station.
how did we get here from like me trying to like bullshit about Nitro Rad talking about like Echo Night?
The steak.
A steak. Cycle. Oh, don't tell me they took mercenaries out. Extra content, maybe? Okay, good. Okay, they do have mercenaries.
Are you gonna invite me then?
Yeah, unless you want to set the game up.
No, you set it up. You're the master of puppets tonight, Fred.
Create game duo. Wait, actually, I'm gonna check my skills real quick, see if I can upgrade something, because we just beat a campaign. Oh, okay. So mercenary skills are different. All right, I'll save my points because I'm going to use those for campaign next time. What do you want to play? Like just one game, 2 games?
Probably one, just to give people a nice little closure to today's roadside memorial for good old Piers.
I'm gonna read these names off to you,
Sure.
and you pick it based on the name. This is gonna be the map we're playing on. We got Urban Chaos, Steel Beast, Mining the Depths, Rail Yard, High Seas Fortress, the Catacombs, Requiem for War, Liquid Fire, Rooftop Mission, and Creature Workshop.
Creature Workshop.
That's an easy choice. Okay. Creating game session. Who do I want to play as? Here's your invite.
All
Oh, okay. I can only pick the lead characters. I can't pick any of the ladies. Or is it because I've only played as the lead characters? No, because then Jake wouldn't be here. I want to be Sherry. I guess I'll be Leon.
I guess I'll be Chris. Alrighty.
That's weird. I wonder why it doesn't let me pick any of the other characters.
Maybe we have to beat the story?
Possibly?
Because I could have sworn back in the day there was more characters, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And Anita Sarkeesian bitched about how they were all scantily clad.
Oh god, the fact that she
Because you could get like other costumes for the characters.
What a fucking cunt. I'm sorry. You know, I know it's not a correct thing to say about women, but what a fucking meandering cunt.
What level is this?
And by the way, there's men that can be cunts too, people. I'm using it in the British colloquial slang. What a vile human being. How about that?
A very vile human being. You're so far away from me.
Which, like, you know, people like make fun of like the angry reviewers that like would like nitpick a game, but like at least they still had fun with something. They didn't.
Yeah, at least they were still having fun picking
and there's
apart
like
a
a
bad
self-awareness. This is like if the nostalgia critic like said everything and meant it with 100% seriousness and wanted to like change the face of the movie industry forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think the reason people keep taking themselves way too seriously is?
You know, I was listening. This is funny that you say this. Because I actually had a. There's people that don't like joy and unity, and I'll tell you, it's the kind of like communist virus. Lex Friedman, I guess, had this. You know what Tim Dillon is? He's like this guy that's like a
Yeah.
I watched the excerpt on my YouTube shorts, and Lex Friedman and him were talking, and he's like, well, the reason, like, these people have, like, this mindset that, like, humor is always, like, related to pain, which is true. Like, usually humor is because of, like, suffering in the world to some degree, but people...
Yeah.
But,
to a little degree.
well, no, but, like, you know, like, you couldn't really have comedy without a little bit of that, you know what I mean? Not to say that everything's, like, life or death, serious, but, like, these people, because they have this, like, viewpoint that, like, they want utopia through this like communist society or whatever. Like they hate joy because of that. They hate anything that they feel like it's like you know what? Here's a better analogy that I just thought of. Remember Daenerys? She like her character just became so like unself-aware and like
yeah.
Any even if someone might be good, the fact that they're against me means they're bad. Even if they have like legitimate logic.
No,
Yeah.
That's not a good thought process.
Yeah, so I don't know, I'm kind of saying it messily because I'm exhausted and kind of fucking exhausted, but like, that's what I'm trying to say, is that they're people
Misinformed.
they're misinformed and they're misanthropic, there's a big word. And some of them it's, I think, some of these people legitimately think they're doing good in the world. I think there's other people like that know that what they're doing is bad though.
Oh yeah, there's definitely the people who do it for like selfish reasons and because they're getting at somebody.
Like this group, the anti-natalists, the ones that say, "Oh, the world's doomed, don't have any kids." Like, that's like such a, like, even if the world is fucked, like what a self-fulfilling like it's self-fulfilling prophecy to have that.
Well, it's like these people, like they say, like don't bring a kid into the world because the world's shit, but they never do anything to make the world better.
And once again, it's like read a history book. There's always been points in the world where the world was shit. And guess what?
Well, it's like the point that Wally has. If you really want to cut yourself off the grid, buy a fucking chicken, raise your own farm. If you don't want to do it, that's because you're fucking lazy. Like, there are ways around, like, the fucking things people hate to deal with in daily life. Like, if you really care about the stuff that's getting ruined by all these fucking politics, see if you can wiggle yourself into a position in these industries. That's what these people fucking did. They're making gangbusters.
And they were slow and methodic about it. They didn't reveal their intentions right away. They waited for the right moment to strike. So why not be as coy and deceptive as they are? You know, if they're gonna play this sick game of I don't know how you define it, this game where they wanna control the industry. By the way, they're the ones that said, oh, you're gatekeeping, so that people were like, oh, we'll let you in, and then that completely backfired, which is why like a series like Warhammer is now going through an existential crisis, because the fan base of the people running the franchise are completely
we at odds with each other, and fuck.
And it's like you're not gonna get a bigger audience by shitting on your fans. You know, try to attract new people. It's just... What the fuck?
God damn! Want to try again?
Yeah, let's try once more.
Let's go for a better score.
That was...
You got nuked.
This looks like the Epstein sex dungeon, by the way.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt that Epstein's into this kind of shit. He probably has a mother queen impregnation fetish.
Well, you know, they probably, you know, while they probably have like weird, like obviously, like weird sexual abuse going on. Do you think like he had like battle royales? Where he take like midgets and like give them machetes and shit?
I don't think so, but I can't rule it out. These were some pretty sick fucking people.
There's gotta be people like Epstein adjacent that have that, like instead of like the sexual.
Oh yeah, they're probably all in fucking Saudi Arabia and like fucking Israel and shit.
That's the one thing that could bring them together, Fred. Just horrific.
Raping kids and midget battle royale.
Did you see that the Israelis put fucking bombs in the terrorist pagers?
Oh yeah.
Which, by the way, in some ways, I'm like, oh, okay, well, then, you know, if the people that got it were all part of Hezbollah. But the one issue, I'm like, hey, this is an incredibly slippery slope if, like, governments are able to do this. Secondly, who the fuck still uses pagers? And then thirdly, it's like, there's got to be, like, some civilian fucking casualties by people just being in their lives.
Which I actually got into it with Jack earlier about this, and I'm like, I do understand his point of view, but like he believes every one of these people were like completely and totally innocent. I'm like, there's just no fucking way. That's not how it is over there.
The vast majority of the people that like were directly hit by the pagers were part of Hezbollah, but the problem is, like, it doesn't help their image for people that already have an issue with the Israelis that they do shit like this. But at the same time, it's like, okay, yeah, I mean, it's entertaining to think of, like, Piers dunking on them. But at the same time, like, you have civilian deaths. And, like I said, it's the fucking, like, well, who's not to say that China at the iPhone factory doesn't put shit like this in the fucking, you know, whatever device is running out.
My biggest issue with talking to Jack is, like, pretty much he gets on my nerves to the point where I'm just, like, just to, like, stick in his craw a little bit, I'm like, well, then fuck them all. Like, honestly, fuck them all at this point. Fuck them all. Blast the fucking desert. Because he is so steadfast. I love him that he's steadfast, but he's as stubborn as me sometimes, and I understand why you guys fucking hate me for it.
Stubborn as you?
No, it ain't so.
Okay, well, listen, I'm not going to comment on what other people...
I'll admit, I have a character flaw.
Yeah.
It's pride.
Well,
it's very severe pride, to the point where I won't even let my folks help me, even if I'm in a jam, because I don't want them to, like, have any negative blowback from helping me out.
It's better to be aware of a character flaw and to at least be introspective about it a little bit, you know. But listen, I'm not. I'll take your word for it. I'm not gonna comment on what other people have to say about social, political, economic issues. But what I will say is, I think there's a lot of very, like, intelligent people on the common sense side that, and I see this on X anecdotally. I see people
Nobody who hasn't hurt anybody deserves to be hurt.
Well, and anecdotally, I know that, like we were saying earlier, like there are people that are part of a group that basically create a negative image, and sometimes it might end up being a larger chunk than those people would be willing to admit. The problem is once you make a generalization saying, you know, this X group,
Yeah.
you know, even Troons, by the way, you know, I have a lot of issues with the shit that goes on, like especially like trying to evangelize.
There's good ones.
Yeah, like
you want to know what's good about them? They mind their own business and they don't make a big deal out of fucking everything and try to rape kids.
Yeah. So, like, that's what, like, even when I'm, like, making fun of Troons and, like, criticizing them, it's like, at the end of the day, I know there's, like, people that are part of that group that aren't necessarily evil or, like have that intentionality. Like, Blair White, like, that's someone that's, you know, conservative and doesn't seem to want to, you know, force, even, like, you know, ironically, other than the manslaughter charges, Bruce Jenner / Caitlyn Jenner, like, you know, is, I believe, endorsed Trump, and has been very vocal about, like, limiting transgenders in women's sports, which, mind you, this is someone that was an Olympic athlete and competed as a man and, like, understands that shit.
This just kind of reminds me, like, of, oh god, the episode of Family Guy where it's found out that what's-his-fuck, the tranny, Quagmire's dad, his I want to say it's his other son, isn't it? No, it's what's the fucking paraplegic's name?
No, Glenn Quagmire's dad, the tranny.
But Glenn Quagmire's dad is the tranny, but it was an episode about the cop paraplegic's son.
Joe,
thank you. Joe's son was a deserter.
Yes.
And like basically like Brian, the liberal mouthpiece for Seth MacFarlane.
It's Seth MacFarlane. That's Brian.
Yeah. But like basically the liberal mouthpiece for Seth MacFarlane like talks about, well, he saw hell over there. You couldn't imagine the things he saw. So any one of us couldn't really disagree with what he did. Right, Quagmire's father? You were in the military, right? You can understand what he went through. And he's like, and like for a second I thought like he was gonna do the thing where he was gonna like just full on agree with him, but Quagmire's father was like, no, that's a man next to you. And if you abandon that man, you're worse than dirt. And then, like, without missing a beat, like, Brian's like, well, who gives a shit about this tranny fucking faggot piece of shit? not verbatim, but it's, like, legit what thought processes these people have. Like, as soon as, like, they're, like...
Where do we get ammo, by the way?
we get it from dead bodies. You gotta pick it up off the ground. But, like, as soon as these people have a, like, person who should agree with them, disagree with them, they turn so fucking angry. And it's like, yeah, of course they disagree with you. Because they're not all, like, this homogenous fucking blob who talks in the same rhetoric you do, douchebag.
You know what's kind of funny, though? Is when people, like, that legitimately have, like, a prejudice encounter someone that, like, ends up helping them. It's kind of like, it's like this black girl on Twitter who was, like, her dad's tire went flat, and then this, like, redneck guy was better shirt on and kept helping them. And then and was, like, really nice to them. And then she had, like a coming to Jesus moment, like, oh, wait, just because this guy wears a shirt that I might not personally like the, you know, the political message of, oh, he's not actually a racist, and he's probably just a decent human being that, you know, helps us out. It's like, oh,
different strokes, different folks.
Yeah. It's like,
we're all human.
Well, and it's like, you know, that's the one thing that's going on with, all the things that's been positive with Trump, besides the fact that he's fucking made out of adamantium, is that he
it's like
has
the thing that made me a little hopeful for this election is the guy who is literally brainwashed by the liberal masses, like brainwashed into believing everything everybody told him. Like, and like when Trump finally got shot through the fucking ear, which yes he did, it wasn't a graze, it was a bullet that went through his ear. Cartilage heals quickly because it's not real flesh. Well, it is real flesh, but it's very technical. But when like this guy was like, yeah, so like I was being told all these things which I thought like weren't true in a million years, couldn't believe they could happen, and then they shot Trump. And then, like, I started to see all these people talking about the anonymous they, this group of people who you don't know who they are, but you know what they do, and you know what they are trying to do. And, like, I heard all these messages about first they try to, like, discredit your character, then they try to silence you so you can't talk back, and if both of those don't work, then they try to kill you. We're finally at the point where they tried to kill Trump. I'm starting to believe there's more to this story than what I was told. And so like that was an amazing thing to hear. Because it's like, yeah, of course they're not gonna shoot at somebody unless A, it was a random act of violence, or B, they're trying to shut him up.
You know both attempted assassins have been in Blackrock ads.
Yeah.
Well, the other guy was literally
Like I like
as
soon as like I'm trying to hide the fact that like I'm not right wing by any means. Like I still want to be a fence sitter by all means. But like some of my my new coworkers are so liberal. It's to the point where it's like I let it slip. Like she was talking about like the next new mass shooting and everything. Like oh it's got to be the guns. It's always the guns. And like without missing a beat, like I accidentally like let it slip out, and I'm like, all these motherfuckers are made in a lab, you know that, right? And like immediately I was like, I shouldn't have said that. Why'd I say that? She's not gonna believe me. She's not even gonna understand what I'm saying, because I believe everybody's lying to me.
You know what? You could just drop those little truth bombs, though, and maybe over time they'll be like, oh wait, this guy's not he's actually speaking like something accurate. The problem is...
if eventually it gets to the point where I let too many slip, it could be my fucking job, which I hate.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to be antagonistic, but I'm sick of hearing, like, the same old lies. Like, everybody's being lied to, and some people legitimately believe it. And it's like, how can you actually believe that, like, any politician these days has your best interests at heart? We had Kamala for 4 years. We didn't have fucking Biden, that's for goddamn sure. We're not gonna make it. We were so close. We got 45 people left. I think we could do this in 19 minutes. Sorry, 19 seconds. 10 seconds.
No, but this is a hell of a run through. So we technically made it to the 2-hour mark, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, I understand. The funny thing is, if it isn't a double standard, but they can make those very like leftist talking points. But if you say something remotely like centrist or conservative, it's like, oh geez.
Oh geez, this guy's a crazy person. He's a fucking quack. And it's like, no, I just don't believe what I see on the news.
Yeah.
I don't believe any news I get shown. I legit like as soon as that like Haitian shit was coming out, I looked for the court records. I found a few.
Well, not only that, then footage did come out of like people taking like geese and ducks. So like they like okay, you could say maybe Trump didn't you know may have misidentified the types of animals. But at the end of the day, these are people...
Well, Trump probably watches, like, YouTube like the rest of us, honestly. Like, I'm not saying that to be like, he's just like one of us. No, I'm saying that because, like, he is sick of seeing the meat...
true, though, that he was making.
Well, it's like, he's sick of seeing, like, all these people talk shit about him, so where is he going to get his information? From YouTube, like, logical people. Because you got left, right, and center all over the place on YouTube. They try to quiet down the righties, but... you still get some centrists.
Ooh, Netflix
but it's like,
is doing something with Cyberpunk again. I heard that that Edge Runners show's pretty good.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh, Edge Runners is amazing. I haven't finished the final few episodes.
Yeah.
But Edge Runners is legit really, really fucking good. That's what got me to buy fucking Cyberpunk.
But you were saying something about Trump and how YouTube, yeah, like there's.
But yeah, like Trump probably got like the Tim Pool talking point where like Haitians were like just eating people's cats and dogs willy nilly. Didn't really look up much research about it like you or I, and said it like brass tacks. But the one thing I can say for sure, Trump has a lot more receipts about the stuff he talks about than fucking Kamala does.
Yeah.
Like legit, it actually pissed me off. I still got to finish that stream with Razor Fist though. But it actually like legit pissed me off when she was going into that diatribe about like there could be a pregnant woman miscarrying, bleeding out in the parking lot, and it's like, A, if you know anything of how hospitals work, if you're a severe enough patient, you get a fucking bed immediately.
Yeah, even if you don't have the money or insurance.
Yeah.
Now you may get billed. See, this is the thing about our health.
Ludicrous amounts. You're gonna get billed ludicrous amounts.
America healthcare, we will save your life. You may end up having a heart attack when you see your bill. Unlike Canada, where you don't have to pay much, but then you die waiting to go to the hospital.
Die waiting for a spare kidney for a completely preventable disease.
Which I'd rather have. I'd rather
like
have our
people are
healthcare
like
than
medically
theirs.
killing themselves, so they got plenty of fucking spare organs.
Yeah, like, oh, you broke your leg. Oh, you're feeling sad because you broke your leg. Have you considered dying?
Oh, you have the common cold. Have you ever considered killing yourself? But like I said, like pretty much like Kamala Harris went into this whole diatribe about somebody bleeding out in the parking lot. And it's like no doctor on earth, after they've taken the Hippocratic oath, would let somebody die due to a miscarriage. The baby's already fucking dead at that point.
Yeah. I mean,
like if there was any complications, they will do their damnedest to put you in a bed, get you healthy, keep you in that bed, and charge you until you're dead.
Well, and I know abortion's a touchy subject for people. You know, my personal prerogative is similar to Trump, that there should be exceptions and maybe some like leeway in the first few weeks.
There should always be exceptions to the rule.
Yeah, but the problem is, like, you know, obviously there's states that like have these. It's sort of like.
But it's like the callous treatment of it, like it's just something to do. It's like getting your hair cut. That is where I have a problem with it.
It's a heavy decision, and you are terminating a life. That's my problem too. You know, and that, by the way, that Democrats used to have that position in the 90s under Clinton. It was like, this should be something that's rare, and obviously something that's not a light decision.
Well, I actually watch a channel called Education on occasion. He's a bit more right of center, if you could consider him. He's a little more conservative.
Well, everybody is nowadays, considering how they
pretty much at this point. But like long story boring. He actually was because one of his big gimmicks is he basically just reacts to funny memes and shit. And like somebody sent him an old campaign ad for Joe Biden. And it was all about lowering taxes, decreasing inflation, stopping illegal immigration. And it's like this guy from like back when he was probably in his like 30s or 40s was basically Republican. He just ran as a Democrat, and it's like people look at these campaign ads and it's like, yeah, this is why I don't fucking believe. Well, not people, but I look at these campaign ads and it's like, this is why I don't believe a fucking like career politician worth his life. I don't fucking trust them as long as they breathe, because they'll just lie to you to basically get power and like make the world a better place for them and a worse place for everybody else.
Yeah, it's that old adage that, you know, there is a cyclical nature to history, and you know what is that? It's kind of corny, but it's you know, strong men will build good times will build weak men will create bad times. You know what I mean? It's whatever. I'm butchering it like a Joe Biden, but there's that kind of.
You got it pretty good.
Yeah. The point is, you know, these people, just like with the video game industry, we're seeing kind of cracks in this, like, you know, like we had this beautiful, like, imagine we had this beautiful like classic car, and it just got into the wrong hands, and it's been like so like fucked up that it doesn't seem like it could ever be restored. But you see finally, oh look at here's somebody that actually cares about vehicles, and they're putting some oil in there, and slowly but surely, the weeds will get weeded out, and it's sort of even like the film industry has ups and downs. Like they've been in a pretty bad down
Yeah.
for a while, but at some point, even if it's not Hollywood, there will be somebody that steps in and fills that niche, and
Yeah.
it will all.
And even within all that bad, there's been sparks of greatness.
Well, like even like we were talking about, like how like Marvel actually put out a competent like movie this year, which was like the one that they probably were, the upper echelons, the Kathleen Kennedys. Which, do you know who Uwe Boll was? That fucking nutty German director.
Oh fuck, he's been in a lot of hot water lately. Have you heard what he's been doing?
Oh, what has he been doing now?
Oh, that fucking scumfuck. Oh man. He's basically been going on Patreon and trying to raise money for a second Postal movie
Oh my god.
without the blessing of running with scissors.
Oh, that's
And
not
like
good.
they literally had to go to people and be like, do not pay money to this man. We did not give him the rights. We haven't even talked to him. We're not making a second Postal movie. Don't let this man
Well,
take your money.
Listen, fuck him. But at the same time, I remember seeing him.
He's like the DSP of filmmakers.
Yeah, no, he was on a podcast with Razorfist recently, which was a weird thing to say.
Really?
Yeah, on Side Scrollers, and
Send me that.
yeah. I'll put it on. Well, we have the Discord.
Oh, Ollie just started streaming. Nice.
Look at that. We're almost at the 2
Everybody,
hour mark, by the way.
oh, there's only one viewer. Hey, you, one viewer, which is probably myself or one of our friends. Go watch Almighty Wally. He's probably streaming Final Fantasy 14.
14,
Yeah, 14 tonight.
You need to jump back into that. Mutual friend
We
Austin
should
and
just,
I.
we should just stream that sometime.
We're almost at level 50, so.
Holy shit, I'm so far behind you guys.
Yeah,
I think I'm
well,
like 20s.
I'm over 100 hours in, but hey, I honestly wouldn't mind going through some of the quests again. Let me send you that thing though. But let me just say this: he actually had a pretty, like, for a guy that's kind of a nutcase, because he is, he's.
Oh, he's fucking bonkers. I'd
But-
love to fight that man in the ring. Hey, Uwe, if you ever somehow see this fucking thing, let's
Fuck
box,
you. He'll be like-
motherfucker. I'll knock you out, bitch. And then we'll have coffee or something. After you knock my fucking block off.
Yeah, so I sent it to the our Chud Wars Discord. I'll tell you though,
Nice.
he was asked about how he would fix Star Wars, and it was actually what I would have said: fire Kathleen Kennedy and basically invalidate the sequel trilogy. Even he gets it. This mad man. And I'll say one thing about him. I know that the his movies are not cinematic gold. But I honestly, I don't know if you've ever seen the Far Cry movie that he did.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's not good, but I don't know if there's just something about it. There's something still fun about how terrible his movies are. It's like he's a modern day Ed Wood, if that makes any sense. He's like Ed Wood on ketamine. Oh god, what a shitbag. Yes, you know that Postal movie that everybody hated. Well, I think he actually said that in the thing, but he made it sound like he got permission to do it. That is what a.
Yeah, it's real scummy. I actually was really disappointed when I heard that.
It's scummy, but at the same time, what a non-surprise. Oh, Alone in the Dark.
Well,
That's
like,
right,
all-
he did
all-
Alone in the Dark too.
Oh God, Christian Slater and what? Who's that lady who was in Van Wilder and a bunch of other movies who didn't really get a lot of work after that?
Was she in there?
Tara Reid?
Yeah, Tara Reid. Yep. She's in Big
I'm
Lebowski.
pretty sure she was. Was she in Sharknado too, or is that somebody else?
They put a lot of those like D-list stars in Sharknado.
Sharknado was a fun group of movies. I like Sharknado more than I like
She was in Sharknado.
fucking what was the bird one?
Birdemic?
Bird. Are you sure? It has to be Birdemic. It's the really bad one.
Yeah.
But those movie, like that movie was legit like a guy trying to make a horror slash environmentalist like flick, but didn't have any budget and just knew a bunch of guys who wanted to be on camera.
Yeah.
It's like the first one's charming, the second one obviously was a cash grab because he got so much money for his good bad movie. But like honestly, the Sharknado movies knew what they were. They weren't trying to be anything better. They were literally sci-fi originals. And like there's just something fun about having somebody like just take a concept and it's like, well, it's not gonna get anything more than a DVD and maybe a TV spot. Do something fucking stupid.
It's like the the Scary Movie series. If you just go in there, you take it as a fun fucking time, and it's
or like oh god, was it Anaconda? Like it had fucking Ice Cube in it. As one of the guys.
Even Snakes on a Plane, kind of had that.
Snakes on a Plane is a fucking it is an underappreciated gem, that movie.
Yeah.
I remember watching that movie so many times as a kid and just laughing and laughing. Like cuz you, like it's one of those movies where it's like it's like the original like
Is my audio louder now?
a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, they put my gain down all the way, the stupid bastards.
Weird. It's like the original Day of the Dead, I think. Is
Yeah.
the movie I'm thinking of.
Yep.
That's the one with that's the first one with Maul, right?
Day of the Dead?
Because Night of the Living Dead is when they're all trapped in the house. Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead, yeah.
Sorry. Oh my god. But it's like one of those movies. You know who's the bad guy? You know who the good guys are. The bad guys always get a comeuppance. And it's like you literally see this asshole who feeds a dog like to a snake to get out alive. And then you see this giant black mamba fucking python eat his head. And it's like, yes, all is right in the world. There is balance now. Then you have that like Mexican lady sucking the venom out of the kid's arm. Oh god. Oh yeah, one of the flight attendant guys like catches one of the snakes and puts it in a microwave and is like, "Yeah, fucker, fuck you," and blows up. That's such a good movie. I hate people who fucking hate that movie.
You know what else was a fun kind of comedic romp was the Kick-Ass film.
Yeah, I even didn't really mind the second one.
Yeah, the sequel was not as good, but
everybody I talked to loves Mother Russia though.
Oh yeah.
That giant fucking jacked out like Russian lady.
Wasn't Jim Carrey in the second one?
Yeah, but then he
got bitchy. He ruined it.
Jim Carrey is a weird one. He always like has ebbs and flows, but he always lands in the same spot where he begins for me. Where he begins. But
where he begins.
Well, it's like after somebody like shot a place up, like I think it was like a theater showing like Kick-Ass 2. Like he fucking bitched and moaned about violent video games. And then like recently, like in the past couple of years, he came out and he's like, yeah, Hollywood is not where all the cool kids are anymore. In fact, we're all kind of fucking lame. And it's kind of sad. Yeah, everybody is in their own little bubble and they want to lash out at people.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I like him, but he has done some he's done some
shitty shit. He's done some really good shit.
I think he is.
I even
a net positive.
Have you ever seen the number 23?
Yes.
That was a pretty decent movie.
Yeah,
confusing and convoluted. But
have you ever seen Man on the Moon?
No.
That's where he plays Andy Kaufman, which is like, what a fucking god. You gotta watch, because Andy Kaufman, what a fucking weird guy.
Yeah.
He's basically like if Chris Chan was like slightly less crazy and like it was able to achieve fame. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
But he got like I think that movie might have left the lasting impact. But I love Bruce Almighty. Like, and I know that people think of like his comedy from the
Truman
90s.
Show,
Truman
always a
Show.
classic.
Yeah. Which, you know, it's funny. People were like jerking off to that Barbie movie. I said this to somebody the other day. I said the Barbie movie is just a kind of social, political, like poor man's Truman Show.
Honestly, yeah. Like, because you basically got both halves, like, split into Barbie and Ken. Ken learns how the real world works and how amazing it is. Barbie sees, like, the destructive nature and everything and wants to kind of limit that. But if anything, like, it just ends up back where it started, though. It's actually kind of depressing. It's not like the Truman Show. Truman Show has a definitive ending because at least Truman got the fuck out. He got to live his life the way he wanted. Everybody in the Barbie universe, they don't really get to live the way they wanted.
You know who's got a little role in that movie, but is a great actor is Paul Giamatti. What a great actor and everything.
Paul Giamatti is in. Is he in? Are you talking Truman Show or are you talking Barbie?
No, he's in Truman Show. He's in he's the one radio operator, and.
Oh yeah. Oh, who was the
Ed Harris?
Weirdo director? Yeah, that man. Look, when I first saw the Truman Show, which was The Rock,
was he in? Yeah.
The Rock, the movie, not Dwayne Johnson.
No, the better Rock.
But Ed Harris is a weird one because like he'll do some avant-garde stuff that kind of like shocks me to my core as to, like how like subtle his performance can be, like as that fucking weirdo in Truman Show where he's like, I'm going to get the first on-screen conception. And it's like, even in your time, buddy, that wouldn't air on TV. You'd have to get that for pay-per-view. But like, and then Ed Harris will like be in like oh god, what's that movie? The Longest Night? No. Liam Neeson was in it. The guy who played Flag in Suicide Squad was in it as Liam Neeson's son, and Ed Harris was the bad guy. Liam Neeson accidentally kills Ed Harris's kid, who honestly, it's kind of like the plot to Max Payne 3 when Max was leaving New York, because Max kills the mob boss's son, and the mob boss puts a fucking hit on him. Same thing in that movie. It's a really decent action flick around the time where I
Run All Night.
Run All Night. It's around the time where it was like I basically dubbed it the Liam Neeson as a action hero phase of his career. Because he was in all the Taken movies. He was in that one movie where he was on the train. He was in that one movie where he was on a plane trying to stop a terrorist.
The Commuter.
And he was in Run All Night, which is a really decent movie because I actually really enjoyed that movie. But it's like Ed Harris played this like fucking mob boss gangster bad guy. And it's like he's going up against like honestly kind of a sillier take on Liam Neeson trying to be a badass, which is he's this drunk old Irish mobster like who tries to like be like the beginning of the movie is Liam Neeson is Santa Claus at this kid's birthday party and it burns himself on a fireplace and starts fucking cussing at the top of his lungs at this little girl's like Christmas/birthday party. And like it's like usually he's like this like quiet like sort of like well-to-do guy who just happens to be this like really amazing fucking like crime fighter. Instead, in this movie, he's a drunk asshole who doesn't want his son to die because of a mistake. And he's just basically like throughout the movie, it's like I said, it's almost like Max Payne 3. Like he's trying to get his son out of this shitty situation after like a fuck up. And like at the end of the movie, obviously Liam Neeson had to die. It's very sad, but it's a very nice kind of like succinct like action flick. Oh, that actually reminds me. Another movie that the actor, I always forget this guy's name, but the actor that played Flag in Suicide Squad, I told you about Silent Night, right?
Yeah.
You have you watched that movie?
Is that the one with Is that the one where Liam Neeson is like the holiday film?
No. Silent Night is a film all its own. Run All Night is where Liam Neeson is Santa Claus. Silent Night is all about the guy who played Flag, and it's a very interesting action movie. I try not to spoil it for people because it's a very interesting premise. Because he gets shot in the throat and he's mute for the whole movie, and like
Is it
like
good?
his son gets. It's a really good movie.
Oh, I'll
Really,
add it
really
to my
good
list.
movie.
You know, I was
Silent-
one of my favorite Liam Neeson movies. Do you ever see Walk Among the Tombstones?
I have not, but
It's like a neo-noir.
I wanted to see it.
I have it on Blu-ray.
Oh God, Cold Pursuit.
That's a good one
That-
too.
That's a really good one.
That's a
with Liam
fun
Neeson.
one. That's
See,
a fun
there's
one.
a lot of good Liam Neeson movies from the Liam Neeson is a badass period of movies. Because
Wow.
Liam Neeson knows how to play a really good character.
I get
You
it for
just got to give him something to work with.
Target's got it for $12. I'm gonna add it to my Amazon though, because usually, like on Black
Oh,
Friday,
Silent Night?
yeah, Silent Night.
Oh, yeah. I want to, if you ever get the chance, I want to sit down and watch that with you.
Sure.
Because it's a really good movie.
Hey, we hit the 2-hour mark quite a while ago.
No, yeah, 2 hours, 15 minutes, actually.
I'll
almost.
probably, when listen to I actually listen to like podcasts and audiobooks right before I go to sleep. But now that Almighty Lolly's on, I might put that fucker on before I sleep, because then I wake up in the middle of the night and it's like, that guy's
really
still on. He was on for 8 hours last night with Dead Rising.
I know he was playing Dead Rising like through it. It's like he was actually talking like how I hoped he would, because he is such a big fan of Dead Rising. He has a really good video on the first Dead Rising. I can't wait until he talks about 2. I cannot wait, because I am the biggest Chuck stan in the world. He is my favorite Dead Rising character, and it's just actually, I gotta ask you, who's your favorite Dead Rising character? Ray?
Yeah, hold on. I got a fucking phone call. You
Oh fuck! I'm sorry, dude.
Do you want to wrap up the stream and I'll hit yeah.
All right, we can wrap it up here. I kind of wanted to pick your brains about Dead Rising, but yeah, it looks like you're busy.
Yeah, it's not gonna. Let me listen. Thank you guys for watching. Let me get back to my phone. I'm sorry. Listen, save that for next time. All right.
All right, I'll save it on if I remember. But hey, it was fun tonight. I didn't think we would beat it nearly as quick as we did.
Yeah.
I didn't think that last chapter would be so short. But yeah, that was a blast.
All right,
Can't wait to
dude.
start Jake's campaign next
Oh
time.
yeah. Within the
let's pick
next
a
couple
day.
weeks. Within the next week or so.
Let's try to aim for, if not this weekend, next weekend.
Okay.
How about that?
All right. Godspeed.
Hey, everybody have a good night. Thanks for joining us. Love you guys. Drink half of this fucking wine bottle. Oh, jeez.
Okay.